Hi guys, so I've just landed in Sharm El Sheikh in Egypt. Come with me as I do a room tour. I'm staying in the hotel steigenberger alcazar in Sharm El Sheikh. I can't really pronounce it very well, but yeah, let the room tour begin. So first of all, here we have a big closet. I love the fact that the closet is really big. Like, it is so spacious and very roomy. The closet comes with these two beautiful waffle design robes, which I think is really cute, by the way, and it still has like another space up there. If you slide this part of the closet this way, and you see that the space is just so nice to have. It does come with these drawers as well, where you can just like fold clothes and things like that. I really love the fact that the hotel put in a lot of effort and thought to ensure that, you know, the customers have like this space. It is so nice to have. Now we'll come over here, there's a mirror, but then they did leave some thoughtful teas, organic chamomile tea. We have the little fridge, which has some complimentary drinks in it as well, which I think is super thoughtful, because imagine coming in at 11 and, you know, trying to go look for something to drink. If you come over here, there is another space as well. And then here, another space where you can just like put your shoes or like literally anything. I think the fact that the room is spacious is just making me really happy about being here. Now to my right, this is the toilet, but I'm going to come back here. So if we come here into the room, of course there's a TV, but then there are beautiful mirrors all over the place. There's a mirror right there, there's a mirror here, there's another mirror there. This is what the bed looks like, right? I think the only but for me is the fact that it's two bed, not one, but I absolutely love the fact that, you know, it's joined together and it is so wide. It's just so thoughtful. The pictures on the wall, the painting over there, and then there's another painting over there. There's a lampstand over there. There's a lampstand as well over there. And I think all of this is just working together cohesively to make the room beautiful to be in. And there's a table in that corner there. With the table, there's a little drawer as well, where you can just like keep bits and pieces. And it does come with like a pencil and like a notepad. The room comes with a Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like the usual type of plug that, you know, we're used to in the UK. There's another couch in that corner. I got a cake here ready because it's going to be my birthday in a couple of days, and they got me a cake just to mark that celebration for me. Yeah, it is so nice to have. If you look at that, you guys, I'm moving back so I can show you like the full breadth, or is it the width now, of the curtain. So like, it's like the entire side of this room does not have a wall. So what it does have is like a sliding door, and then it has really transparent curtains that can allow you to see through. So if I move close, I can pull my curtains back, and then you can see the view. Look at that view. Look at that absolutely gorgeous view. We're on the first floor, and I'm just going to step outside to the balcony. Look at that, you guys. Like, this is a dreamy view. This is an absolutely dreamy view, which I absolutely love. You can see the pool over there. You can see the palm trees. You can see like the plants, the garden, the flowers and everything. And I'm not too far off, so I can literally see what's happening from my own balcony here. And on the balcony there are two chairs. So let's say that I don't want to go outside to enjoy whatever is outside. I can literally sit in this balcony. I can put myself in the robe that we saw earlier and just have like a good time in the balcony. It is a really spacious balcony where I can also put like my tripod and also shoot. I like the particular view at night. It's giving everything it's supposed to be giving. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I think that brings us to the end of the room tour. This is like the second best hotel in Sharm El Sheikh. Before I forget, let me show you what the toilet looks like. There's this mirror which has like, you know, the magnifying side of it, and then the other side of it, which you can just pull out this way and just do your makeup, or just give like a very up close, you know, detailed view of your face basically. And then it comes with a dryer, small towels, body lotion with organic oil. I like the fact that the mirror is so wide I like the fact that there's a plant that is adding to the aesthetics of the room, and does come with a bathtub. But not only does it come with a bathtub, it comes with like a shower as well. So if you're not relaxing in that, you might be standing in this one. Stack of towels. Now the toilet is in a different place from where the shower is. If I open that door, I go into the toilet. So we have a toilet here and there, right? And like there's a telephone. The fact that the mirror is so large, it nearly cuts across like half of the toilet. I think that that is so pretty. And if you're ever looking for like a hotel to stay in, if you come to Sharm El Sheikh, Egypt, do consider steigenberger alcazar in Egypt. So yes, that is just like a quick room tour. I'm just going to go unpack and prepare for the activities of tomorrow. Hi guys, so this is day 2 in Sharm El Sheikh, Egypt. This is outside the hotel. We're very close to the gate at this point. We're just going to be doing a quick walk around. I'm going to take you through a tour of the Steigenberger Alcazar Hotel. So first of all, like I said, this is just right in front of the hotel. It has like this really nice greenery, palm trees, flowers, plants, and all sorts that make the hotel like basically beautiful. And then there's this water fountain just right in front of the hotel itself. So the water fountain is basically leading up to reception. If we walk in through the doors, we'll come across like a really huge water fountain, which is really massive, and on top of it, it has this really fresh red flowers that get changed every morning. I think this is super beautiful as well. The details of it, the positioning of it, and how well arranged the flowers are. That chandelier is beautiful. This is just basically like the hallway that leads to where to get food, where you can just sit down and relax, reception area, and all the other things like that. The floral arrangement at this particular hotel is just very gorgeous. The positioning of the plants are amazing. The sitting arrangement here is beautiful. It is clean, it is calm, it is relaxed, it is everything you want it to be and more. They have a sort of nightlife activity where they have people that come around and sing, like really perform popular songs that you and I know, and you can just do sing-alongs and just relax while you have your dinner or things like that. They have activities here like throughout the day. They have people that are, their set job is basically to make sure that there are activities for people in the resort to do, like there are pool activities, there are volleyball activities, football activities, swimming activities. There's always music, and I mean like good music, but the poolside, there's always like drinks going around, there's always something to do. You can visit the spa if you're bored or if you feel like going to the spa. There's just so much to see. The entertainment is really well thought out. The resort grounds are all beautiful. They do have a beach and beachfront with chairs where you can sit and relax. The only thing is it's not your conventional regular beach because of the coral reefs and things, but it is still beautiful. For eating and drinking, they serve lunch, breakfast, and dinner, buffet service. They have a variety, and I mean a rich variety of food from different cultures. They have fruits, desserts. The food here represents a whole range of cultures. If you're visiting, you will definitely find something to eat. I like how the food is just all sectioned out and, you know, just indicating what cultures they come from. You can always find something to eat here. And say, for example, if you miss lunch because you're out sightseeing, you can always ring the hotel up and tell them to just keep a bit of lunch for you, or even if it's dinner, ring them up to keep your dinner for you, and they will have like a packed plate for you ready to go when you come back that you can pick up and go with to your room, just to make sure that everybody is served, fed, and the thing I enjoyed was their range of dessert. They had like a really rich range of desserts. I do not take so much sugar, but I did enjoy seeing them every morning or even at every meal time actually. I did enjoy the croissant. I love how fresh their fruits are. And I have to say, I had the best fresh juice of my life for the first time at this hotel. I don't know how they make it or how they source it, but it was just too good. First activity, we went snorkeling and diving out on the Red Sea. I always thought that the Red Sea would be like really red, but Al Shakin, it is one of the bluest, most beautiful waters I've ever seen, and it was such an experience. We went out into the Red Sea like on this boat, and when it was diving time, we had like the normal instructions. We had an instructor. Each person had an instructor with them, and so you would go down into the water. They would take you to where the coral reefs are. You'd have a photographer waiting for you. You take pictures. You just have to maintain like a great breathing technique. Just make sure you're breathing while you're under the water. You're all suited up by the people that work on the boat, and then you come back up. This was such an experience. Like, it was, I would say it was one thing I didn't know that I could have done. I'm so happy that I was able to do it, and like it was just so fun. Fun fact, I cannot actually swim to save my life, so you can imagine what it was like when I was tossed into the water for the first time, because they literally just throw you into the water without giving you any warning, and you have to literally remember the breathing techniques that you've been taught. This was such a great experience. After this, we went snorkeling, and we went to like the White Island, but I don't have a recording of that. It's basically just where your feet can touch the ground and you can take more pictures. This is a video of being back at the hotel, just trying to swim. And this is what the beach looks like, which is why I said it is not your conventional beach, but yes, it is a beach. The following day, we went parasailing, which was on my birthday. So parasailing is where you get tied to this like a big parachute, and you have a boat really moving at a fast speed, and you're just there in the air. That was also fun. And then afterwards, another activity that we did was quad biking. So we quad biked around up until it was night time, and then we returned to our hotel. The next activity started very early in the morning at around 2 a.m. because we had to travel to Cairo to see the pyramids of Giza. We stopped by at the museum first of all. This was like morning time. We'd been traveling for hours and hours because we opted to use the bus rather than the flight anyway, because it's cheaper. This is us in the museum. We had this headset on where you have the tour guide talking, and just because of the noise, you're able to hear your particular tour guide just explaining things to you about the historical stories of the place. Afterwards, we stopped by at a different sort of museum where you get explained to how the first paper was ever made.
If you want to make a brown piece of papyrus like this here, we make them stay 25 days into the water. So basically, the longer the slices stay in the water, the darker the piece of papyrus will be. They have 6 days in the water, and get them out, and then we start weaving them. So you one in vertical and one horizontal. Just like what I'm doing now. Kind of weaving them, crisscrossing them, overlap. The final results are here, the papyrus, of the crazy stuff I'm doing down there. Then we cover them, and then we threw them under the press for another 6 days. So we got 6 days in the water, 6 days under the press.
So basically, Egyptians made papers from plants, and depending on the colors that were used to write on these papers would determine how they would reflect or react in the presence of light and when there was no light, which is what you can basically see. That's how best I can explain it. This was the longest trip ever. After this, their way to the pyramid, this was like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I actually didn't really care much about the historical aspect of like the pyramids, but I think it was just one of those things where when you're in Egypt, might as well just do it. Will I do it again? Absolutely not. Not for the price. It is too expensive, and there's really not so much to learn there. But other than that, it was just fun to see the pyramids in person and just listen to the stories that were being told. I would say camel riding is not as fun as it seems, depending on how the back of the camel has been prepared. It can be uncomfortable sometimes, but yeah, it was fun. If you're thinking of visiting Sharm El Sheikh, girl, definitely, absolutely, absolutely go for it. I had a swell time, had an amazing time at the resort, and I had like literally the best rejuvenating experience of my life.